So the pile of wood that I had all split and run up here, I did have the intent. I wanted to get it in a bin before the snow came, but I didn't. So after the snow came, I did have it all shoved up here by the barn, and I got that taken care of now. And then I just shoved these bigger rounds that I had split up with the skid steer splitter. I kind of shoved them down here. My intent is tomorrow morning I am going to come out and I'm going to try to get this stuff split up. And I did end up moving some other stuff out of the way over here. I do have my rack sitting over here, and one thing I did notice that I forgot to do the day that it snowed, I forgot to run this. So right now I did try to turn the belt by hand. It's probably froze up down on that end, so I'm going to have to get a bunch of stuff out of there so I can try to get that freed back up and working, which, I mean, I guess live and learn. I should have known better. I should have come out here after it snowed, plugged that in, and got it all run out of there. But I want to get this pile of stuff cleaned up. Once this is cleaned up, I got a log deck there full, and then I got a little pile of logs sitting on the ground, which is the last of what I was going to do for my campfire wood. And then after that, I'm going to start doing my mixed hardwoods. So this tote here was what was left from the pile that I didn't get put over here in the stack. So when you come over here, basically I decided to not cut the totes apart like I did on the first section of the bin. I decided to just leave the totes as they were, and what I did was I just set them out and I scooped and I just dumped into the totes up on the concrete, and then I just leveled off the bottom ones a little bit so that it was level so that I could stack another one on top. Then I stacked one on top, and then after that I actually came over here with a bucket full and I tried shaking it off on the top. I did have a little bit of an issue doing that, so then what I did is I brought a second bucket full over here, raised it up in the air, and then I just threw it up on the top by hand just to give it a nice crest on the top. I think I am going to probably go more on the right lines of doing my bins this way now and just stacking them up, because the nice thing about it is I can just set them up and throw the wood in them, and then I can just bring them over here and stack them wherever I want. And when I have need for some wood, I'll actually probably just come over here. I can pick these up, carry them up on the concrete, dump them off. After I dump them off on the concrete, I can hand load it into the truck or trailer or whatever I'm going to deliver it with. And at least that way, whatever dirt, bark, or whatever falls off of it between now and then, it's basically going to be on the concrete, and I'll scoop it up with the bucket to get rid of it. So I am going to be tackling more of the mixed hardwoods. I got a pile of mixed hardwoods. There is some good cherry in that pile, which will get sorted out. And then I also have this whole pile here of mixed hardwoods, which is probably what I'm going to tackle that one first. And then I got another pile of logs there. And then after this pile, I do have a bunch of more tree length logs over here that I will probably end up cutting down shorter so that way I can use my deck to process them. But for what I can do is I can pick a lot of these up. Now, like this very first one here, that one's pretty good size. I mean, when I go to do that, I might take some of the bigger ones, I'll set them off to the side, and I'll go at doing a bunch of the smaller stuff up first, because I have a feeling that when I get to doing the bigger stuff, I'll probably cut a lot of that up, break it down with the skid loader to more manageable size pieces, and then I'll go at splitting that. But I don't want to try to do like I did the last time. I want to make sure that when I do it, I get it cut, break it down to manageable size pieces, and get it split right away, because I don't want to have to dig it out of the snow. But right now, this here will be hopefully starting soon. And now that we have snow on the ground, I do have a pile of brush here I want to get burned. And then I do have 2 trailer loads of brush out there. Granted, the one on that side does have some wood in it, but it's a process, and it's getting to the point now where the kids that don't have as much stuff going on, and hopefully I can get some more time. We have one holiday coming up yet. We got Christmas coming up. So maybe if I'm off during Christmas and I don't have much going on, maybe I'll be out here. So you can see, so there is all the nasty big ugly pieces that I have. There's maple, and then there's a bunch of box elder, cottonwood, and some popple. That stuff will all be for the boiler for next winter, but this whole pile back here will all be campfire wood. Next year I'll probably make that. That's got a bunch of cottonwood and box elder and stuff in it, but it is getting to be looking pretty nice. I mean, there's all the campfire wood there, and then this whole bin along here is all campfire wood, and I'm standing on the pile of mixed hardwoods, and then there's from there out is pine, so the pine will probably get turned into some campfire wood. There's slabs that from the lumber that I sawed, that'll probably get cut up and thrown in the boiler. Oh, I almost died. So my pile of totes, it's kind of growing. I mean, I do have a bunch of 275s here. So there's, I don't know, 4 wide on the front, and I think I'm just 3 wide. Basically from here to the back, I'm 3 wide and I'm 4 wide here. And then all of the ones here on the concrete are all 330s, and it's what, 2, 4, 6, 8 deep and 2, 4, 7 wide. They're stacked 2 high, so there's quite a few. There's only 3 double stacks missing from having a full row there, but you know, it's one of them where I can use 275s, I could use 330s and make my bins. Maybe I'll eventually go to the point of when I start doing the mixed hardwoods, maybe I'll just do a single row tote, and then I'll leave a gap between, and then just do another single row, because then I'll actually be able to just use the loader, drive right down there, pick out the ones I want, bring them up, dump them on the concrete, load it in the truck, load it into the trailer, or I can always just you know, bring them up here when I know I'm going to need some, or if I know there's going to be some snow coming and I got a delivery in a day or two, I could actually bring them up. I could stick them in the shed so that way they don't get snowed on. And as far as the snow goes, I mean, if I got to tarp them, I can tarp them. We'll get them covered up if I have to, if I'm going to have a bunch of stuff to go out in the wintertime and I don't want snow in it. But otherwise, what little bit of snow is on top, it usually stays right on top. The ones that I scooped and dumped into, I had a fair amount that ended up inside the totes, but within a day or two, melted out. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.